welcome back to another session with me, Pushpa. So, today we will be discussing about nouns. I guess most of you would be excited to listen about nouns. So, let me tell you what is a noun. So, I'm seeing around me, I can see a mobile, I can see a couple of chairs, and I can see a pair of cushions, and I can see a ball. So these are all the things which I can see around me. So what are these things? Now pause the video and note down what are the things you can see around you. So most of them would be nouns. So if you can check out, most of them would be nouns. Today we will be discussing about types of nouns and what are nouns, how to identify them. So, types of nouns. Let's first get into types of nouns. Basically, we have two types of nouns. One is abstract noun and concrete noun. So, what is abstract noun and what is concrete noun? Abstract noun is nothing but which we cannot see, touch, or feel, whereas concrete nouns are nothing but which we can see, touch, and feel. Coming to different types of nouns, we can see common noun, proper noun, collective nouns. What are common nouns, what are proper nouns, and what are collective nouns? So I am going to share you an example here. You can see I am going to share you an example. That is, so I'll say he is Arjun. I'll show you a pic where he is Arjun and he is a soldier. He works for India. He lives in India. He works for Indian Army. Now you can observe here Arjun. Arjun, the name Arjun starts with a capital letter. The name Arjun starts with a capital letter. So you can observe easily A is capitalized here. A is capitalized, and whereas soldier is a small letter. You can observe that soldier is a small letter. Whereas India, he lives in India. India is I is capital letter again. And he works for Indian Army, or he works in Indian Army. Indian Army, Indian is capitalized. Why? Because they are unique. Proper nouns are always unique. You say I am Pushpa. Pushpa P is capital letter again. So I live in Hyderabad. Hyderabad H is capital letter. I live in the Hyderabad, in Hyderabad. Whereas city, if I say which city do you live? City is a common noun, whereas Hyderabad is a proper noun. Is it clear, everyone? So what are we? So you can see here, city is a common noun, whereas Hyderabad is a proper noun. Are you able to follow? Okay. Now we are going to learn some techniques to identify or to learn what nouns are. So how are we going to identify the nouns? Nouns can be identified like it can be a name of a person, place, or a thing. Noun can be a name of a person, a place, or a thing. So if you say noun, if I say thing, name, it can be names of any person, any place, or anything. So if I say a chair is a noun. It's a name of a thing. Animals, names of animals also falls under noun category. Okay. Earlier example, I said Arjun. Arjun is, I said he is Arjun, or this is Arjun, where Arjun is the name of a person. He lives in India. India is the name of a place. Right? The same way, you can identify nouns by the name of person's place or thing. This is technique number 1, or you can say rule number 1. The rule number 1 is the names of persons, places, or things can be nouns, or these are all nouns. So in that, we did not discuss about he, this, he lives in India. We did not discuss about this. Right? These are pronouns which we are going to discuss in the further classes. Okay, these pronouns are going to be discussed in the further classes, but as of now, we are going to discuss about nouns and types of nouns. Okay. And what is the rule number 2? Rule number 2 is whenever you look at any sentence, you have to identify, you have to question yourself, what are you going to question? You have to question yourself what, where and who. You have to answer these questions. So the answer for these questions would be most probably nouns. Okay. I'm going to tell you an example, that is, a dog is sitting on the chair and drinking milk. So what? What is the dog doing, or what is the dog drinking? It is drinking milk. Who is drinking milk? The dog is drinking milk. Where is the dog drinking milk? On the chair. Chair. Right. So the answer for all these questions would be most probably nouns. So if you question yourself what, who and where, then the answer for all these three questions would be nouns. The students learnt grammar taught by the teacher at school. So in this sentence, who learnt grammar? Students. Where did they learn? At school. Who taught them? The teacher. So all the answer for all these questions is, what is the answer for all these questions? It is nouns. The answer for all these questions is most probably nouns. So that is what we are looking at. So this is rule number 2. Okay. You can take some more examples. He lives in Sydney. What is Sydney? Sydney is capitalized. The letter S is capitalized. So Sydney is a proper noun. In which country he lives? He lives in Sydney. Country is a common noun where we have n number of countries. We have almost 300 countries in the world. Whereas Sydney is only a unique name which we put S as capital. The first letter as capital letter. Right. The first letter of Sydney is capitalized. Okay. The rule number 3 or the technique number 3 is the words starting with capital letter or always nouns. Then don't tell me, Pushpa, I is, so I have written a sentence like I live in India. So I is capital letter. So I is also a noun. Is I also a noun? No. So the sentence, a fresh sentence always starts with a capital letter. Apart from that, sometimes there will be nouns in the capital letter also, or sometimes not. Okay, don't get confused with that. Leave it apart. Now, we are learning only the things which are capital letters. Then they are called proper nouns. The names which start with capital letter are always proper nouns. Arjun, capital A. Pushpa, capital P. Sydney, capital S. India, capital I. So always a proper noun should be written. The first letter should be written in capital letter. This is rule number 3 or the technique number 3. One more example. He went to market. Market, M is a small letter. You can see here M is not capitalized. Or Rajesh went to market. M is small letter, whereas Rajesh R is capitalized. Right? The same way, Rajesh went to Reliance supermarket, whereas Reliance supermarket, R is capitalized in Reliance supermarket. So here you can say market is a common noun, whereas Reliance supermarket, R is a proper noun. Why is Reliance a proper noun? Because there is no other name. It is unique. Reliance is unique. Whereas supermarket, market is not unique. We have different markets, right? We have different markets where Reliance is a proper noun, whereas market is a common noun. Clear, guys? I hope you people are clear up to here. Right? Let's move on to the next noun, that is collective noun. Collective noun. So, I went outside, there is a big crowd of people over there. So, a crowd of people. What is crowd here? Crowd is a noun, but it is a group of, a collection of some objects. Okay. Collective noun is nothing but there are similar. So, I'll say a group of students. Right. A bunch of grapes. What is bunch here? Collection of grapes. So collection of similar quantities together is called a collective noun. A bunch of flowers, you can say a bunch of flowers, a batch of cookies, right? An army of caterpillars. So these are bunch, army, right? And like bevy, these are all comes under collective nouns. All these comes under collective nouns. So up to here we have learnt about abstract nouns, concrete nouns. In the concrete nouns we have collective nouns, common nouns and proper nouns. Now let's discuss about abstract nouns. Abstract noun is the next type of noun. So abstract noun is which we can't see, touch and feel. So abstract nouns can't be touched and seen. We can only feel it. Abstract nouns can be only felt. Sorry, field is wrong. It's felt. Abstract nouns can be only felt. In the abstract nouns, the qualities like courage, wisdom, humility, bravery, and feelings like love, hatred, tension, actions like smile, movement, creation, and situations like famine, drought, happiness, childhood. So these are all comes under abstract nouns. Now let me tell you an example. Due to heavy rains, there are floods in Kurnool. Floods is the situation where we are putting into. So floods is a noun. Soldiers showed their bravery in the war. So bravery is a noun. Okay. So these comes under nouns. I hope you people are clear up to here right now. So let's discuss the remaining things in the next class. Okay. Thank you for watching. So if you like my video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and please click on the bell icon as well so that you will get the notifications. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.